It's a very easy salad to make, and it is so impressive when you taste it. This is how you start. You need some rice wine vinegar, a little fish sauce, a little sugar, and lime juice. You roll the lime under your hand, and that'll actually soften up the inside, so it makes it even juicier. So this is a Vietnamese dipping sauce, nuoc cham. Now, the interesting thing about Vietnam is it's only 2,500 miles or so from the Kimberleys, which is actually closer than the east coast of Australia. So all the things that grow well in that part of Southeast Asia also grow pretty well in the Kimberley. Right, so you give it a little whisk and have a taste. Oh yeah. This is that dressing that's just that perfect balance of acid from the vinegar, acid from the lime, salty from the fish sauce, and sweetness, of course, from the sugar. You just keep balancing it. If it's not salty enough, add a bit more fish sauce. Next, let me chop some ginger. Now, to chop the ginger, I always like to give it a flat surface, just like this, and then you put your knife over the top and whack it. Then you can go on through and chop it up, and somehow that little gentle tap gives it sort of a good opportunity to release its flavors. I think you're breaking down the cells, which is pretty cool. Then you go and chop it finely. You could also grate it if you wanted to. The smell, the freshness of this ginger, that's what I love about this dressing. So great for seafood. Let me pick that up. Take it on over to my dressing. Oh, totally changes it. It brings this delicious light freshness to it. That's good. Now you see how I only used half the ginger. Always put half in first. Have a little taste, then you can always add more. Very hard to take ginger out of a sauce, but very easy to put some more in. Okay, you take a mango. It doesn't have to be overly ripe, by the way. Now I'm using my julienne peeler. If you don't have one of these, you can go to hsn.com and get yourself one, or you can go ahead and slice the mango. Also a mandolin would work. Now I've done 2 mangoes. The reason I've done that is this one's a little greener, see, not as ripe. You can see the color of it's really different, and this one's beautifully soft and ripe. I love having those 2 differences because one has a little more crunch, a little more acid. And one is ultra sweet. Oh yeah. So what I do is I take the green mango, I drop that into my bowl with the red onion, and I kind of let that marinate. Now for the fun part, cracking the crab claws. So here's the deal. When you get one of these crabs, they're all in 3 parts. This is called the knuckle. This is that sort of connector piece that holds it onto the body, and then of course the claw is down here. This is what I like to do. Grab yourself a towel. Now, I kind of separate these 2 by just holding it in a towel and snapping it just like that. The whole idea of cracking crab shells is you want as little shell as possible inside the actual crab meat, right? Because then you don't have to worry about whether you're gonna bite down on one of those shells. That's not nice. This pincher here, that needs to be removed too. So again, just grab your towel and just snap it off. Okay. You can just use the back of a knife. So all you do now is you go on and you sort of start to tap it. You'll quickly sense how hard the shell is. Don't smash it, just tap it gently. You'll see a big chunk will probably fall off. You remove those shells, wipe down your bench. Now in the big claw, there is a piece of cartilage that runs right down the center. You just hold on to the crab meat and you kind of just gently wiggle out that piece of cartilage. Pop that to one side. And then we start on the knuckles. Now the knuckles are a little bit more challenging, but the same deal. You just go ahead, give it a little tap, gently sort of peel that shell back. And then if you have a small fork or one of these little guys, you'll be able to just kind of gently remove that knuckle. Last, that connecting piece. Again, just gentle taps around. Make sure there's no shell. Gorgeous. On to the next claw. All the hard work's done. You've cracked the crab, you've made your dressing, now it's just time to assemble it. I've got a few different micros, micro cilantro, micro mint, and micro basil, and all those flavors work beautifully here. Now, if you can't find microgreens, that's fine. Just go ahead and use the fresh herbs. I like microgreens because they're really delicate in flavor. I start with a bed of the greens, mango, red onion. I'm literally just going to toss this on the plate. Now don't forget you've got that beautiful ripe mango as well, so use a little bit of that. Now if you like it spicy and you wanted to use a little chili, I wouldn't be mad at you. You just mix it in with the nuoc cham. Now you'll notice there's a few different pieces of crab here. I've got my beautiful big claws. You can leave them like that if you like and show off that you've got these gorgeous claws, or you can break them up. Both ways absolutely fine with me. I kind of like to break it up a little bit. I know it's not as grand or as pretty, but to me, that means you get little bits of crab every time you take a bite, and I think that's really cool. And don't forget to spoon a good amount of that dressing right over the top. Oh my goodness. It's sweet, it's sour, it's bright, it's salty, and then there's the crab. And thanks for watching. Now I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you want more, because I've got plenty to give you. All you have to do is subscribe.